Hello friends, Techman Pat here. Today we're reviewing the Sonos Move 2, the latest portable Bluetooth speaker from Sonos. Of course, we know Sonos for making some fantastic sounding speakers. So does this one fit the bill? How much does it cost? Because it is a Sonos product. What's so special about this Move 2? And is it going to be the next sound at your party? So make sure to like and subscribe, and big thanks to Sonos for sending this for review. Let's get started by rolling the intro. This is the Sonos Move 2, the portable speaker that you take from your home outside to the patio or maybe down to the beach, because there's a couple of features that make this a really good thing to take with you. But I do want to start with, I suppose, the most obvious thing. It's large. Not only that, it is also heavy at 3 kilograms. There's no Google Assistant, only Alexa, and Sonos does provide their own content streaming app through the Sonos app, which is fine, but you will have to use whatever streaming services you use. It has an overhauled dual tweeter acoustic architecture, and really what that means, it just delivers stereo sound. But I say this not just because it does sound really, really good. It has 3 Class D amplifiers, 2 angled tweeters, 1 mid-woofer for the mids obviously, and a far-field microphone array for amazing voice control. Also used for TruePlay, more on that in a moment because you're gonna want to use it every time you place it somewhere. It has 24 hours of playback on a single charge, which is pretty darn incredible. It's actually double the battery life from the previous version, which is awesome. It charges via USB-C, or the fancy way, which is this little wireless charging base, which is technically not really wireless. It's got 2 points here on the bottom here that touch 2 other points on the bottom, which is fine, but it also looks really lovely inside your home when it does. It has IP56 water rating and dust resistance, which is really good if you want to take it near the pool or take it out on a barbecue somewhere in a park. Now, I don't know if Sonos has thought about this for Australian conditions, but it does say it has UV resistance for extreme temperatures. I mean, in Perth it can get up to 43 degrees, specifically on Australia Day in February, but it's also really good at taking some fall damage, like bumps, bit of rain, bit of moisture, bit of dust. I would not say that you can use this as a rugby ball, but it'll survive. It might start to look a little bit tattered because, in my opinion, this looks really, really nice and looks really fancy. It's probably a better device to take out to the patio and back than take on a trip out somewhere. The automatic TruePlay tuning is really, really interesting. Every time you take it to a new location, it can optimize the way it plays sound based on what's around it. I guess the problem here is that it works much better in rooms or enclosed spaces rather than, let's say, a patio out in the open into your backyard. Not necessarily something you'd use for when you're out there, but TruePlay will then adjust depending on that. So if it doesn't have any walls to adjust the sound, it will just sort of play outwards. Like, it's hard to describe how well this sounds outside. It's very booming. It is certainly a device compared to the Aero 300 that is meant for your parties and your outside sort of gatherings where you just want to play some great and loud music. It has touch controls at the top. It has obviously Bluetooth. It does connect to Wi-Fi, which is awesome because you can seamlessly group 2 Move 2s together to create an even more immersive sound inside your home or at a party with a much larger area. So you just play one and both will play the same music. Now, the next 2 features are going to be the total opposites. One is an amazing positive thing, the other one is a typical negative thing. So first of all, let's start with the positive. The Move 2 has a removable and replaceable battery right at the bottom, and you can buy the kit from Sonos for 129 Australian dollars. That means if the battery ever gets damaged and it's not under warranty, you can just swap it out, giving this device more longevity than any other speaker. Every single speaker I've ever used in the past that was an outdoor speaker was basically a fully sealed device with no way to get to the battery if it ever just started draining completely. And I've thrown out a lot of speakers because of that. I just couldn't take it apart and then keep its waterproofness and its dustproofness. Now, that is an amazing thing. The kits come with all the tools needed to replace it, and I'm really impressed with Sonos. Well done. However, for every positive, there has to be a negative. These guys are charging $35 for an inline adapter to the USB-C that's built into this to let you use a 3.5mm jack device. Disappointing, but I guess the argument is that not a lot of people are using a 3.5mm jack device. I beg to differ because I have a really old iPod which has some big classics and playlists that I've been creating over the last 15 years. So I don't know, I sometimes want to listen to some of that instead of what's predefined by AI. Alright, let's jump into a sound device. And this is probably the best way I can convey how it sounds. And I have to admit, it sounds fantastic in the room, it sounds great on the outside, and you guys will hear it through your speakers, but gosh darn, it's a very good speaker.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. Yeah, you ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a f***, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit
Now, some final thoughts about the speaker. It has something called outdoor mode, which is technically a way to engage the loudness setting. It helps the speaker to sound bigger in open environments. If you're using loudness, you shouldn't use TruePlay. They do conflict with each other. I don't recommend using TruePlay every time you take it outside. It's okay. I just think you should turn on loudness and that's it. That'll give you the perfect one. As mentioned before, TruePlay is really good at rooms with objects inside. And if you are using the Sonos speaker indoors, make sure to turn the loudness off. There is a but to all of this. This speaker comes in at 799 Australian dollars. That is very expensive for an outdoor speaker. What you're getting for it is a very powerful and loud speaker for outdoors and beautiful tuning when you're indoors with TruePlay. It is, after all, a Sonos product, so it is expensive. It is on the higher end for outdoorsy type of Bluetooth speakers. It's not one of those things you're gonna take with you on a trip, so it definitely is one of those things that sits out on the patio and sounds great. So the people I see using this are folks who entertain a lot at home and want to keep a fashion statement in the middle of the table. It again, it sounds great, it looks great, and it comes in multiple colors, black, white, and this sort of creamy green that I don't know if anybody likes. I think black or white is really where you want to go for. It makes for an excellent outdoor wireless speaker, and it delivers a lot of volume and bass. And basically, it's a boombox style Bluetooth speaker for the crowd that doesn't want to be seen with a boombox style Bluetooth speaker. All in all, great tech, but very expensive. Can I recommend it? Absolutely. It sounds brilliant. If you're in the market for something very powerful and unique with style, Sonos is the way to go. Big thanks to Sonos for sending me this Move 2 for review. Make sure to check out the links where you can buy it, and of course, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in another one. Bye!